Day 8 of my video blog during the COVID-19 chapter of our lives. 2020. You know, a lot of people kept saying that 2020 was going to be the year of clarity, right? 2020 vision, of seeing things clearly. Now, what does that mean to us, right? What does that mean, seeing things clearly? I think that the situation as it is now can't help but cast, there you go, that's the word I was looking for, cast a light on the stuff that we need to see a little bit clearer. I'm very fortunate. I live in New Zealand. I met my husband and fell in love. And I fell in love with my husband. I moved here, and we were blessed with a baby, which is something that I never thought I'd have. I suffer from what is called polycystic ovary syndrome since I was very young, which means that my ovaries grow cysts, and a lot of the times I wouldn't even ovulate, or I wouldn't have menstrual cycles. If any of you are boys, I'm so sorry for the topic. If you are husbands or boyfriends, I'm sure you've heard of all kinds of stuff, right? If you have a super close relationship with your significant other at this point. I didn't think I'd have a child, and it was very early on that I knew all of this. And so I never really had the urge to be a mom. It just, I've always been maternal. There's many of you, many of my younger friends that I kind of tend to mother, and I can't help myself. I just love that way. But it was unexpected in the way that I didn't think it was going to happen. Lee and I decided to try. We decided to emerging romance. I decided to open myself up to the possibility, and we were sitting at the beach. I love to go visit the beach. My mom's ashes were scattered in the Caribbean, and her wish was that if we ever missed her, if we ever wanted to be close to her, for us just to go near the water, and she'd be there. So we were sitting on the beach, and we saw a lady playing with her child, and I don't remember exactly how the conversation came up, but he did mention that when he was younger, he wanted to be a father. He wanted children. And I told him, I said, we can try. I can't promise anything, but we can try. And I had already said, like, I'd have his babies from the moment I met him, just because of who he is as a person. I used to always say that to him. I'd have your babies. But it was more of a phrase. It was a saying, not necessarily that I would have his babies, because I couldn't have babies. And not a month after that, we found out we were pregnant on Mother's Day. It was quite surprising and quite a blessing. I did struggle for a very long time. I'd say up until I gave birth, with letting myself be excited to the point where I just really opened up to it, because I was so afraid that something would go wrong, and I didn't want that pain. I've lost many I've lost most of my older relatives, right? I've lost my mom. She wasn't that old. She was 57. But I lost my mom. And before her, I lost my paternal grandmother. And after my mom, before I moved here, luckily I got to visit them beforehand. I lost my maternal grandmother and my paternal grandfather. And so I have no grandparents left. All I have is my dad and a few aunts and uncles that are still close. Um, but when you go through something so heavy, when you go through some pain that's so intense, um, I feel like for me, I kind of put um, a shield over my heart because I was really afraid to hurt that way again, to lose someone I love so much. And I don't believe that it was until after Gabe was born that I finally decided, okay, I just need to let myself love. Like, I really just need to open up my heart and just let it all pour in and pour out and just envelop me. Love is scary because it it comes at a great cost um, when it's no longer there. Um, but it's so rewarding, right? It is. It is. For a long time, I decided I didn't want to deal with love, and then I did. I decided, okay, I'm ready for a relationship. I'm ready for companionship. And then divine timing happened, and I met him, and we got married. We had a baby, and now I live in New Zealand. So, long story short, right? Um, I'm very lucky that I'm in a country where my prime minister cares about us very much, and she's just an amazing individual. She's a mom. She's 30, what, 38, 39, and she's got a young toddler. And so I can relate, and um and she's really done some things that people question, but I think that her heart's in the right place and that she cares about her country and about the people that live here. And it makes me sad, all the stuff that I see going on back in the US. And I think about all of my friends and all of my family, and it hurts that you guys aren't being taken care of the same way. So we got healing, divine timing, emerging, and romance are the 4 cards I pulled today. It seems that it's the same theory. The same theory. It's the same topic. It's the same stuff we have to, and it is where we are. I was thinking earlier today that maybe I should do this once a week and maybe get different developments. Um, but that's where we are. We're in a process of healing, right? And it's not just the family, it's not just the planet, it's not just our governments, it's not just our leadership, it's not just the unfairness that's going on around the world, because we are all human. We're all the same. Doesn't matter what this looks like, doesn't matter what color this is, it doesn't matter if I have lots of money, no money, none of that matters. We are all human beings. We are all a soul in this body, all of us, you know. And the time right now, I can't help but think that it is divine timing that all of this is happening. And you know, I think about the type of future, the type of world I'd want for my boy, for all my all my friends' kids, you know, and what kind of world I'd love for them to grow up in. And the one that we were in my country wasn't so bad, but in other countries it was. And it just seems so unfair, and it just seems so wrong that why isn't there some sort of global health care? I mean, it doesn't, no one should ever have to go without health care. No one should ever have to go without the medicine or the treatment or the help they need. That just doesn't make sense. It makes me so sad and it makes me so angry. I don't know. It's so overwhelming too. Like, what do you do? How do we do this? How do we fix this? How do we make a difference? How do we change it? I want everybody to feel blessed. I want everybody to feel lucky to be where they are and not be afraid and not be unsure of what their future holds. This went in a very strange direction for me. I usually don't like to preach, especially not about politics or religion. That's not my place. Let's see, one last card. One last card to leave us. It's probably a good one. What do I get out of this one? Study. I love how the rainbow is coming out of her hands. Spending time, right? Learning what we need to learn, but also making the changes we need to make from the stuff that we've learned, from the stuff that we see that didn't work out. You know, mistakes are meant to be made so that we can learn from them. I feel like we've made a lot of mistakes as a human species, as a humankind. I feel like we've made a lot of mistakes, and I feel like this is our opportunity to be better, to make the changes that we want to see in the world, to use our voice and say, hey, this is not right, this is not cool. And this one went on long. Okay. On a positive note, it's cold, but we're doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. We're running out of ideas of what to cook. we didn't eat out often, but when we did, we enjoyed it, and we're kind of missing that. Aren't you guys? And which one of you is thinking about romance? I know my husband is. We've been talking about maybe trying to have another baby. Although it may not happen, so we'll see what happens. Maybe you guys can send me some positive vibes, and maybe we can be blessed. I told him, I said, I make it really scary, so if he wants to do it, He has to, really want to. I said, how do you feel about us having twins, a boy and a girl? You know, because Bubba needs a brother and we'd like a girl. And that way, if he wants to do it, then he has to be for sure. Oh, honey, you let in a moth.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, gonna die.
I don't think the moth has COVID.
Politics.
No. We love everybody. Take care.